Hello everybody, hi, Mr. Justin here with the Hernando County Public Library System, and welcome to week 2 of our science experiments. And we're going to have a lot of fun today, because today we are talking all about chemical reactions. We're going to be talking about all about chemical reactions. Well, what is a chemical reaction? Well, a chemical reaction is a process when two different substances or elements are kind of mixed together and they undergo some sort of change or chemical change, and it's going to create a new substance altogether. So we're going to see that today in two small experiments using the same reaction, but they're both really fun experiments. And again, everything we're using today you might have around your house, so if you want to go ahead and gather the stuff as we go along, you can follow along with me as we explore a chemical reaction. And everybody knows this very famous, very popular chemical reaction where we're going to be using baking soda and vinegar. So vinegar is going to be our acid and baking soda is going to be our base, and we're going to see what happens in two different experiments as we mix these two substances together. And some of you may have done it for fun, some of you may have seen the volcanoes, and so we're going to see that today with our two experiments. So the first experiment we're going to do, you're going to need a little piece of paper towel, you're going to need a bag. I prefer the ones with the little zippers. This doesn't have the zipper, but it still works. And you're going to need, of course, the baking soda, the vinegar, and a spoon. Okay, and I'm going to use this little bin too to hopefully keep things a little cleaner, because this one is something you might want to do outside. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make my little packet of baking soda. So I'm going to take my baking soda, I'm going to take my paper towel, and I'm just going to put a spoonful of baking soda right on the paper towel. I'll do a little bit more. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to fold it up into a little packet. The reason why we did this is just so it's kind of it's a good vessel for when we put it in the bag, which we're about to with the vinegar, and so it doesn't react right away, so we have time to close the bag. So we got our little packet of baking soda, and I'm going to take my bag, and we're going to fill it about a third with vinegar. Maybe a little less. Yeah, that should be good. That might be a little too much, but that's okay. But there we go. So I have my bag full of vinegar, and I'm going to go ahead and close it part of the way, just so I'll have less to close when I put the baking soda packet into the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here now. And as soon as it goes in, I'm going to zip everything up, and we are going to watch what happens. Okay, so what do we see? And there we go. We can see that the baking soda is now mixing in with the vinegar. I'll mix it in a little bit, and you can see that the bag is actually a little bigger than it used to be. And so we'll mix it in a little bit to make sure it mixes, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and pop! There we go. That's why I said you might want to do this one outside, because you have the popping bag. You might have the baking soda and the vinegar kind of going all over the place. But it's all contained into my bin right here. But again, that would be a good outdoor activity. And as you can see, what happened is that the bag popped. Why did the bag pop? Well, the bag popped because the chemical reaction caused by the mixing of the baking soda and the vinegar actually, like I said, would create a new element. In this case, it created carbon dioxide, which is air, correct? And so that carbon dioxide just kept going bigger and bigger, and it kept puffing up the bag until the bag couldn't handle it anymore, and it popped. So that was kind of cool right there. So that was our baking soda and vinegar plastic bag experiment. Now we are going to do one more. It's going to have the same chemical reaction, but it's going to be a little different, and we'll actually kind of be able to, again, see the carbon dioxide that's being created by the chemical reaction. So I'm going to take a funnel, I'm going to take more vinegar, and we're going to put some into this bottle. And fill it about a quarter of the way, a little bit more. We just want to make sure that there's going to be enough so we have the reaction able to happen. And then I'm going to take another funnel just so it doesn't mix the baking soda and vinegar, and I'm going to attach a balloon to it. So I'm going to put the balloon right here. So it's going to look just like that. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to put a couple spoonfuls of baking soda into the funnel, which is going to go into the balloon. And there we go. So you can do 1 or 2 spoons. I did 2 spoons today. And we can go ahead and take this off of the funnel. Perfect. And so then what we're going to do is I'm going to stage this and prep this. So I'm going to put the balloon over the lip of the bottle, but we're not going to, let's see, but we're not going to put anything in yet. Okay, oops. Perfect, so it's going to look a little bit like this. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to hold on to the balloon at the mouth of the bottle just in case we don't want it to go flying off. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up, and we're going to put the baking soda in with the vinegar, and let's see what happens. And there we go. As you can see, as it mixes, the carbon dioxide is being created, and it's actually going up into the balloon, and it is blowing the balloon up as it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And there we go. So we actually can see the carbon dioxide that is being formed from this chemical reaction because it is filling up the balloon. A minute ago there was no air in that balloon, but now we have the carbon dioxide filling up and we have a nice big balloon. So let's go ahead and take that off, and we can go ahead and tie it up, and we just created a balloon full with carbon dioxide created from our chemical reaction. So that is 2 chemical reaction experiments today with the chemical reaction of baking soda and vinegar. And again, a chemical reaction is when you mix 2 substances together and it kind of goes through a chemical change and creates a new substance. In this case, we created carbon dioxide through our chemical reaction. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope everybody enjoyed this week's science experiment. Have fun when you experiment yourself, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye.